Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Good morning, my friends. I'm happy you're here for yoga today, and I look forward to practicing with you. Let's have a wonderful practice today. If any of you happen to be new to my class, my name is Eddie, and I want to just welcome you here with open arms and with open heart. You are so welcome to be in this space practicing with us. It doesn't matter, this goes for everybody. It doesn't matter what your ability is. It doesn't matter what your ability is today. It doesn't matter what shape your body's in. It doesn't matter how you're feeling. Get on your mat, do what you can do, breathe as deeply as you can breathe, even if you were on your back the whole time and you just breathed in and breathed out and you listened and in your mind, maybe imagine yourself going through the poses. It's going to have a benefit. It is going to have a benefit. So take care of yourself. If you're strong, push on, rock on. If you're feeling a little under the weather, go easy. Okay? It's just all up to you. I'm so happy that you are here. The theme that I want to put out briefly is the notion of soothing inflammation, self-soothing. I like this idea of soothing inflammation, right? We know that if something is inflamed in our body, we want to do something that is going to soothe it. For instance, my hip was hurting this morning, which is kind of strange. And so I actually took an Epsom salt bath this morning. Not something I normally do, but I said, you know what, I've got to go teach my class, so let me do something that's going to help my hip to feel a little bit better so that I can do what I need to do. If you have a mosquito bite and you scratch your mosquito bite and you scratch and scratch and scratch and you aggravate it, it only gets worse. If you put some kind of cream or ointment on it, you soothe it and you can allow it to heal, right? So what about when it comes to our mind? What about when there is an inflammation in the mind? I've never really used that term before, but isn't that true? That sometimes we get on this train of thought, sometimes we get something going in our head, and it's just inflamed. It's like that mosquito bite. It just doesn't feel good and it's just there and you just aggravate it and you aggravate it and you aggravate it, right? What can you do to start to soothe it? What can you do to start to soothe the inflammation, not just in your body, but in your mind? Well, you are at the perfect place right now because we're going to breathe, we're going to stretch, and all of that has tremendous impact on your mind. But one other thing that you can start to do is that you can begin to be more general about the things that are going on in your head. So if there is some big drama going on right now, and you're really specific about the details of this drama, you could actually take a breath and you could say, you know what, things generally work out. I've made it through these 47 years of life. I'm probably going to make it through this situation. Maybe if I chill out a little bit, things will become a little bit clearer for me. You know what I'm saying? You could talk the way you would to a child that's having a problem as opposed to the way you might talk to an enemy. Because sometimes we talk to our own head like it's an enemy as opposed to a child that needs soothing. So let's soothe ourselves in today's practice. Bring your hands together at your heart. Wherever you are at, whatever is going on, you deserve to feel good. Do you believe that? You deserve to feel good. Rub your hands together, make them nice and warm. If you don't believe that, we got a lot of fundamental work to do. But if you believe that you deserve to feel good, then you're on the right course right now. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale it out. Inhale deeply. Hold. Now, as you hold your breath, hold it in a way that feels like it's soothing. It's just flowing energy through you. Exhale your breath out. One more time. Inhale, please. Hold it in. Very good. Exhale that breath out. Okie doke. Take a slow, deep breath in, chanting Om. Om. Inhale. Om. Last time, inhale. Om. Open your eyes up, my friends. Hands are going to interlace at your heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, push your hands forward, round your back. Inhale, reach your hands up, sit up tall. Exhale, pull your hands down in a prayer at your heart. Just deepening your breath. Inhale. Exhale, push, round your back. Drop your head. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hands down at your heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, soothe yourself with the rhythm of the movement. Inhale. Exhale, hands at your heart. This is good. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, push it forward. Now I want you to hold it here for 3 breaths. Everybody try and engage your belly as you spread your upper back. Inhale, try and reach those arms up. Now I know we have some people who have some shoulder issues in class, so if arms up doesn't work, you could always bring your hands together at your heart and sit up tall. Give it about 3 breaths. Two more. One more. Inhale. Take your right arm out to the right side. Take your left arm over your ear. Inhale, come to the top. Exhale, go to the opposite side. Do it in a way that is soothing. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. And then we're going to come up and go to the side, and we're going to stay. You know, in the past, I don't know, decade or so, yoga has become such a competitive sport. They've even created competitions where, you know, like the Olympics of yoga, where you do these really fancy poses and who does the pose the best. And it's so absurd because it's so contrary to what this philosophy is about, what this practice is about. Inhale, come on all the way up. Your benefit is not derived from your external, quote unquote, perfection. It's derived through your inner alignment. And everyone's alignment is going to be slightly different based on your body in this moment, based on your mind in this moment, based on your energy, your vibration in this moment. Inhale, come on all the way up, and exhale, twist. So really what we're after is that inner sense of alignment, that inner sense of coming together of the mind, the body, the spirit, the breath, coming together in a way that feels good and is healing and is soothing for us individually. And you can never judge that on a stage. Go to the other side. Only you know when you found your balance, when you found your alignment, when you found your soothing, and you know because you will feel good. Lovely. Come on back through the center, everybody. We did it. Let's bring ourselves up to standing for just a moment. So I'm going to move my blanket. I'm going to get myself up. We're going to do that little kind of twisting warm-up that I've been doing lately. I really like this one. So look how wide my feet are. They're a little bit wider than my hips are. I'm going to get my feet open and my knees bent a little bit. So you might just want to feel that so you're not too rigid in this. And now we're going to start to twist our arms around. Now I'm being pretty loose in this. I'm not anywhere rigid in my knees or rigid in my legs or rigid in my back. And I want you to just slap it around. When you come around, maybe hit your rib cage, maybe slap your buns. Maybe kind of go back and try and get your kidneys. Maybe the back of your hand slaps your kidney. Very good. Come on all the way back up. Take a moment. Just kind of wake your body up a little bit. Whew, stand up tall now. Feel that. Feel all those little slaps that you gave yourself. Feel energy tingling in your body. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Now, don't you feel more alive? And we've just been doing this for 5 minutes. Hands together at your heart. So let's start to move. We'll do a very basic flow, starting with a half sun salutation. Inhale, the arms will come up. Exhale, you're going to fold forward and all the way down, as deep as you can go. Bend the knees if you like. Inhale, open. Fold down to your legs. Exhale. Arms out, chest up. And bring it back down to your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sweep out, come on all the way up. Hands at your heart. Now I promise you, while you're moving, inhale, reach up. You cannot say to yourself, exhale, fold forward. You can't say to yourself, I'm not good at this. I'm not good enough. Inhale, look forward and feel good. Exhale, fold in. That is not a soothing thought. Sweep your arms out, come on up. Hands at your heart. But you can be more general. Inhale, this is the last one. Exhale, fold forward and down. Look forward and inhale. And fold in. So let your head go. Find a position that you like. Hands on your elbows, hands on your ankles, grabbing your big toes, hands interlaced behind your head. So you can be general and you can say to yourself, you know what, I'm making an effort for myself today. And my body is tight, or my body is out of shape, or my body feels amazing today. And I'm proud of myself that I'm here. And I'm looking for my inner alignment. I'm looking for my inner balance. Let's have 3 more. This is my time for myself. This is my time for soothing myself and centering myself. 1 more. Very, very good. Put your hands down, everybody. Let's get to a downward facing dog. If this is too much in your shoulders or too much in your legs, by all means, come down onto your hands and your knees and do a little bit of child's pose, in and out of child's pose, or cat-cow, something like that. Otherwise, I'm walking in place here. Very, very good. Let's have 3 more breaths. And 2 more. Good. Last breath in and out. Now get yourself forward into your plank pose, the top of the push-up. Let's hang out there, give some nice, good, strong core strength. Just look down at the floor. If it's too much for you, drop your knees on the ground, but walk your knees back a little bit like I'm demonstrating. We're going to take about 5 more deep breaths. Knees up, knees down, we don't care. Last one in, and then exhale, slowly lower yourself all the way to the ground. Before we do our cobra, let's stretch our belly long, and then start to lift. Inhale hard up. Don't press too high. Exhale down. Go for the back bend. Inhale up, chest up, breastbone forward. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very good. Let's do the last one. Inhale, come up, stay up. Now, I don't care if your bottom rib is on the floor. You could be down low like that. You could be up high, really pushing your arms, but you will maintain a bent elbow. That sounded threatening. You will maintain a bent elbow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, or else. Downward facing dog. I'm never going to be one of those mean teachers. Let's take two more. Very good. One more breath, please. I want you to look forward, bend your knees, step or jump, get to the top of your mat however you can. Look forward, open halfway, fold all the way down to your legs. We already did that. Sweep your arms out, come up, and finish that sequence. So what I just did was took a sun salutation, broke it into its individual parts, spent some time in each part. Guess what? Now we're going to do the whole cycle. If you need to leave it off, rest and wait for us in a minute. Inhale, reach up, fold. Open, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back. Go down. Now I'm going to hover this time and come to upward dog, which is a deeper back bend. And then take it to downward facing dog. Either one. Low back bend, high back bend. Good. Should we do it again? Okay, let's do it again. One more like that. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump, open, and fold. Sweep out, come up. That repetition just gives us more familiarity, more opportunity for inner alignment. Inhale, reach it up, inner adjustment, inner balance. Exhale down, inner soothing, whatever word you like. Inhale, gently step or jump yourself back, lower. Back bend of choice. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Hold it there. And breathe. Now again, you could be on your knees. You could be standing at the top of your mat. Look forward and inhale. Bend your knees. Step it forward. Open halfway. Fold all the way down. Sweep your arms out. Come up. Bring your hands down. I want your fingertips to point towards the floor. I want your chest and your spine and your head to lift up to the sky. And I want you to be this beautiful, tall channel between earth and sky. This conductor of energy. Feel that line. You're going to take your deep breath in. Eyes are going to open. Let's bend the knees. Touch the floor. Chair pose. Chest, arms, heart up. Heels are going to go back. Now again, shoulders bothering you, hands at your heart. But I do want your belly engaged. I want your tailbone tucked under. Very nice. Let's take two more. And last one. Stand it all the way up, fold forward. So we'll go through the sun salutation and we'll add on to it now. Look to the front, exhale, step or jump yourself back, back bend, downward dog. Very good. First variation that I'm going to add. Now you could put your left knee on the ground if you need to. I'm going to take the right leg, lift it up to the ceiling and roll it open. You know, as I'm doing this, I'm feeling into my left hip. That's the hip that has a slight irritation in it. And so it's like, how do I roll open in a way that feels good versus in a way that feels pinching? That's looking for soothing in the moment. How do I do the pose in a way that serves me, that heals me? Now, bring your right knee forward towards your nose. Exhale, give it a good squeeze. Inhale, take the leg back and step it forward all the way up between your hands. Take your time to get there. I'm going to stay on my back toes. Inhale your hands. Reach yourself up into a nice high lunge. Now, for some of you, putting your back knee on the ground is going to be the better variation because you will be more stable. Some of you will bring your hands together at your heart. We don't care. Add a nice big back bend. Open your chest. I think so many of us have been trained that value comes through really hard work and being hard on yourself and being unrelenting and pushing through and pushing through and pushing through. But I really believe that kindness and peace inside, peace with yourself, contentment, believing in your capacity, and allowing rather than forcing makes for a happier life. Take a breath in. Exhale, put your hands down on the ground. Left hand down, right hand up. Soothe yourself into an alignment right now where you feel good, content with what you're doing, perhaps reaching your arm over ear. Maybe you want more, maybe you want less. One more breath, please. Put your hand down on the ground. Now, what I'm going to do is take my back foot forward 6 to 12 inches, flatten my back foot on the floor, and begin to fold right down over that right leg. Now, you might want to use your blocks here if you have them. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. You could always bend your knee. Good, take a breath. Bend your knee, step yourself back. You can stay in down dog. You could be on your hands and knees. You could come through your push-up cycle. Let's take the left leg. We're going to reach it up to the ceiling. If you want to, drop the right knee on the ground. That might feel good. A couple days ago, the theme of our class was balance, finding inner balance. Well, it's a similar theme today. Self-soothing is a way of navigating towards your balance. Take one more. Pull your left knee in. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, step it forward. Stay on your back toes. Inhale, your hands are going to come all the way up. Whoa. Talk about balance. Sink down low in that pose for about 5 breaths. Hands could be at your heart. Knee could be on the ground. Very good. Last one in. Right hand down, left hand's going up. You could do different poses. You could do a prayer twist if you preferred. Maybe your left arm is over your ear. Maybe you're just modifying your knees on the ground. I don't know. Whatever you like. Put your hand down. Take your back foot, step it a couple inches closer, maybe 6 to 12 inches closer, and fold over your left leg. Hmm. Let your breath be like a salve that you're putting on an inflamed mind. The sound of your breath move through you. Let's take 3 more. If you can hear my breath that I'm making, that foggy sound, I call it the foggy breath. The name for it is Ujjayi breath. It means victory breath. It gives us victory over the mind. It soothes the mind into balance and peace. Take 1 more. And step yourself back, everybody. Inhale, come through. Exhale, down. Back bend. Really, really good. We are going to get all the way to the top of our mats. Step forward, open halfway. And down you go. Arms out, chest all the way up. And release your hands down. Now, once again, I would like you to come just to a mountain pose. That's our primary standing posture. That's legs together, feet together, spine as tall as it can be, shoulders relaxing, and if possible, eyes are closing. Now, let your breath go for just a second. If you can, and it may still be a little bit deep, but let your breath go. And see if you can feel yourself stepping into the void, stepping into emptiness, stepping into space, stepping into quiet, stepping into the realm of possibility. Infinite possibility. And you may ask, how can the void, how can emptiness be the realm of infinite possibility? Because in emptiness, nothing is yet defined. Your mind hasn't defined it as X, Y, or Z. It's just waiting to become. Doesn't that feel good? Take a nice deep breath in and out. Hands together at your heart. All right. Let's do a standing balance. This is what we're going to do. I'll show it on my left side first. You do your left side first too. Let's take a tree pose into a warrior 3. So I'm going to pick my left foot up, put it against my inner thigh. If I can't put it there, I would put it against my calf. So kind of whatever you can do is fine. Hands together at your heart. Take your hands, reach it up. Okay, so this is our first balancing posture. Of course, hands could be at the heart. It's going to switch. Arms are going to come out to the side. Left knee is going to point forward. We're going to try and extend back, folding right parallel to the ground or as much as we can. Strong belly. We're going to transition once again. You're going to reach way back with your left foot. Spin it flat, straighten your front leg, open your chest, triangle pose. Go ahead and allow that right hand to slide down. It could come down your shin. You could bend your knee, put your hand right above your knee. Internal massage of your body, breathing. Thinking soft, thinking general, or not thinking at all. One more breath, it's going to become a twist. I'm going to look down at the floor. I'll bring both my hands down. This could be an excellent place for a block. I'll get my block. I'm going to bring my back foot maybe 6 inches closer and twist the right hand up to the ceiling. Beautiful. If anyone wants to go back to a push-up cycle, you would step your right foot back. The rest of us are simply going to take our left foot, step it forward to the top of the mat, open yourself halfway, fold down. If you're doing the sun salutation, just get yourself to the top of the mat and join us here. Standing up tall, looking forward, let's do our second leg. So this time it should be your right leg, I would guess. So you bring your foot up. Just make sure it's your opposite leg in tree, and then my hands are going to come up above. Think about it. If your mind is really going very powerfully in one direction, let's say it's inflamed, you keep scratching the itch, you're going really powerful in a situation. This sucks, this is bad, this is not working out, everything's falling apart. You're really trained on that thought. Where else can you go? Right? There's no room to go anywhere else. If you step back into emptiness, if you step back into silence, if you step back into the void, then there's the potential to choose another thought. Pull your right knee forward, take your right leg back. Whoa, warrior 3. I'm really wobbly today, but it's okay. I'm forgiving myself. Keep breathing. Stepping back to triangle pose, reaching way back with your right foot. Take your left hand. Ooh. See, now that gets me right in that little hip spot I was talking about. So I'm going to modify. I'm going to go to something very light. You guys go as deep as you want. Lovely. Look down at the ground. Take your back foot, bring it maybe 6 or 8 inches closer. We're going to put that right hand down on the floor or on the block. The left hand is going to come up to the ceiling. We will be coming out of this a little differently, so stick with me for another couple breaths and then listen up. One more. Very good. Slowly release that hand down. What I want you to do is take both of your feet, turn them to the right. So you're going to have nice wide legs. We're going to fold down through our wide legs. Now you could take your hands and wrap them around your ankles. You could take your hands and interlace them behind your back and lift them overhead. One other thing that you could do is let your weight tilt forward just a little bit, like you're going to go into a somersault. If you're quite flexible, your head might make it to the ground or get close. Don't worry if it doesn't. This is good, yeah? 2 more. Excellent. 1 more. And let's bring our hands down to the ground wherever they are. Start to lift your chest first, and then slowly press yourself all the way up to stand. I'm going to turn and face you. Keep your legs wide. Take your arms open and out to the side. Final twist here. We're doing a lot of twists today. Place your right hand down under your face. Take your left arm, lift it up to the ceiling. Second side, bring that hand down. Take the opposite arm up to the ceiling. Very, very good. Lovely. Go ahead and release out of it. Stand yourself up. Get to the top of your mat. We are going to make our way down to our stomachs. Reach your arms all the way up above you. Exhale, fold. And I'm going to do a little core strengthener with you in just a moment. Look forward. Put your hands down, step yourself back. Now you could go through the full back bend push-up cycle, or you could just lower right down onto your stomach, however you like. Turn your head on the side. Maybe spread your legs open a little bit. Close your eyes and take about 5 really deep breaths. Calming breaths, soothing breaths. Now turn your head to the other side and let your breath go. So instead of trying to deepen your breath, just let your breath be natural in its flow. Very good. Okay, here is our next little exercise, and this is going to be a core strengthening activity. So what I want you to do is put your elbows down on the ground. You know how very often I'll tell you Sphinx pose, walk your arms forward in front of your shoulders? This time what I really want is your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Then you're going to interlace your fingers and you're going to undo your pinkies. That just gives you a nice flat base. That'll feel pretty good. You're going to take your toes, turn them into the floor. The movement is small. If you need to watch me for a second first. All I'm going to do is exhale, pull through my belly, get into a low plank, and inhale, lower myself down and kind of open my heart through. Exhale, squeeze, go up. Now let's see how many of those we can do, 5 to 10 of them. Just go at your own pace and we'll stop in a moment. Kind of like a little reverse crunch. You might be going faster than me or slower, whatever works. Okay, now on the next one, I want you to try and come into it and hold it. Now let's say you're not quite as strong. Put your knees down on the ground, okay? If it's too much in your shoulders, come back down onto your stomach. Otherwise, knees are up, elbows are down on the ground. We're going to hold this for about 5 more slow breaths. Beautiful. You feel that strengthening? Come on all the way down. Lengthen your belly out. Woo! Come on down onto your stomach. Take a breath. Now, doing poses on the stomach is actually a really good way to produce soothing in the mind. The yogis talk about something called Agni, A-G-N-I, which is the digestive flame. And it not only is the energy of digesting our food, but it also digests our thoughts. So it really clears your mind when you stimulate the Agni. That's what we're going to do right now by being on our stomach, doing a little bit of back bending on the stomach. I want you to take your hands, place them on the small of your back. When you inhale, try and lift your chest and both legs gently up and exhale down. Again, inhale up. Your hands could also be on the floor. That would be fine too if that's better in your shoulders. Exhale down. Let's do it again. Inhale up and down. Now the last one I'm going to do different. We're going to come up, breathe up in the pose, try and hold it. If you know breath of fire, you can do breath of fire. If you don't know breath of fire but you want to try, stick out your tongue, pant like a dog. And if you can pant like a dog, pull your tongue in and do the same breath through your nose. Inhale up. Oh, exhale, come on down and immediately go into the sensation in your mind. Feel that slight buzz, that yoga buzz, that slight numb feeling where it's just peaceful. Good. Okay, so for the next one, which is bridge pose, again, if your shoulders don't feel great, you're not going to want to do this pose. I would repeat what you just did or do cobra. So first thing I'm going to do, stretch my belly out even longer on the ground. Bend one knee, catch the ankle. Bend the other knee, catch the ankle or the foot, top of the foot, either way. Here we go. Let's inhale up. Oh, exhale down. 4 times. Inhale up. And we'll do the same thing. Exhale down. Inhale up and down. Come up, stay up, and breathe, or do breath of fire, or stick out your tongue and pant. Excuse me. If you ate breakfast too recently, that may not be comfortable, but you all keep doing it. Now inhale up as high as you can. Hold your breath in for a moment. Hold it, hold it, hold it. When you come down, turn your head on the other side. And don't you feel like you've put a wonderful ointment on your mind? Just like if you had a mosquito bite and you put on a good anti-itch ointment. In this moment, you don't need to aggravate it. You can just allow it to be. And in allowing it to be, you can allow it to heal because you're not aggravating the itch. Good. Very, very nice. Slowly push yourself back. I'm going to have you come onto your hands and your knees. Do a few rounds of cat-cow. So chin up, chest up. Exhale, round the back. Let's stay with this theme of kind of back bending and bow poses. And I'm going to give you a little variation here. So I want you to inhale, take your right leg back, lift it up, hold it up. Maybe take your left arm up. If that doesn't work, you could keep your left hand down on the ground, but at least keep your right leg up. And then some of us are going to bend the right knee so the foot is up to the ceiling and take the left hand back across my back and catch the inside of the right ankle or foot and balance in bow pose. Nice back bending series here. One more. Ah, yes. Let's go to the second side. That one's got a lot of balance in it. Take your left leg back, lift it up, hold it. Maybe your right arm comes up. So this would be kind of our beginning stage or hand on the ground. Maybe bend the knee, take the right arm back, catch the left foot from the inside. You got to kick. Good. One more. And let it go. Move in and out of child's pose for a second. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, round your back. Roll all the way back to your heels. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round and go back. Take child's pose for a moment. Just stretch your back out. And one of the most powerful physical lessons I ever learned was when I had a very bad experience with sciatica, and it lasted for about 8 months. Some of you remember me from that period. It was not pleasant. But I kept scratching it, if you will, in my mind. What's going on? What's going on? My body is falling apart. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my career. I can't teach yoga. All these kind of thoughts were so aggravating that I really couldn't allow it to heal. It was only when I finally made a shift, come on forward onto your hands and your knees, Take the mat, fold it a couple of times. Started to make a shift in my mind, gave it the space. In other words, you put the ointment on the mosquito bite, you don't keep scratching it, and the inflammation can go down. Now I've learned that I have a pain, like this pain in my hip today, and I say very generally, it's okay, it'll be gone tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Things come and go. You know, it's a different relationship with it. Take your hands up above you, interlace your fingers, undo your index finger, tuck your tail under. It always is helpful to go general when you've got something that's inflamed. Go general with it. My body has intelligence. My body knows how to heal itself. I've been through things before. Bring your right hand back to your right hip. Take your left hand back to your left hip. We're going to get even deeper in this back bend, tucking your tail under, lifting your chest and open. Go. You got a little camel pose. Maybe some of you are going back to your heels. Take about 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And exhale. We're going to let that go. If any of you are headstand experts, this would be your moment to shine. Shine on, you crazy diamond, as Pink Floyd says. Otherwise, we're going to roll back into shoulder stand. Well, I almost made my famous mistake, which is to drink hot tea before I roll back into shoulder stand. I have now learned you cannot do that without burning your esophagus. So roll back into your shoulder stand if you like. Or get into headstand. And if you don't want to do either of these poses, your option would simply be to sit on your hands, have your legs up to the ceiling, and keep your knees bent. Maybe I'll do that today and I'll just be chill. But wherever we are, let's hang for about a minute. Nice general statement. My body is always seeking balance. My body is always seeking wellness. My body is always seeking harmony and equilibrium. Isn't that true? When you cut yourself, what does your body do? Well, it stops the bleeding. It starts stitching the skin together. Do you have to think about any of that? No. And that's your body's job. It knows what to do. If you keep scratching it, if you keep opening the wound, it's not going to heal very nicely. Same thing with your mind. Your mind can go back to balance and equilibrium. It's your job to stop scratching it. Take 1 more. And come on down. You can roll into plow pose first if you want. You can roll all the way down. Let's get onto our backs here for just a moment. We're going to come into a fish pose. If you don't know it, you may want to watch fish pose. I'm going to stretch both of my legs straight on the floor. My arms are straight alongside my hips, and I'm going to slip my thumbs or slip my hands right underneath my seat. And it's all in the upper back. Elbows push down. Pop that chest up, drop your head back. This is a really nice stretch. Stretch through the throat, stretch through the upper chest, upper lobes of the lungs, getting nice fresh breath. Is that so good? Take 1 more inhale and exhale. Come on all the way down. Hug your knees in for just a moment. We're going to do a hip opener on our back, and then we're going to take bridge pose, and potentially we're going to do wheel pose. That'll be our deepest back bend of the day, would be wheel pose, okay? So right ankle is crossed over my left knee. I'm going to hug my left knee into my body. Give it a good squeeze. Let's all start right here. Now, of course, there's deeper variations of this. You can cradle the leg. You can put your leg behind your head if that's your practice. As you pull your left knee in, try and be conscious of unnecessary tension in your body. For instance, are you riding your shoulders up to your ears? Soften your shoulders. Okay, let's do the second side. That was really good. Side two. See if you can slip back as you're breathing. You're reclining. Slip back into that void. Slip back into that field of emptiness, that field of possibility, where you could take any direction. Whatever direction you go with your body, whatever direction you go with your mind, you can always soothe yourself back into neutral. If you feel you've walking down the wrong path, you're hurting yourself physically, you're aggravating yourself mentally, just step back to the neutral center. Meditate, take a nap, do some yoga. Very good. Slowly put your feet down on the ground. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Inhale, hips go up to the ceiling. Slowly roll yourself down. Inhale, go up to the ceiling. Start at the top, roll yourself down. Now come up and stay up, or if you prefer rolling up and down, you can do that too. Inhale your hips up. See if you can interlace your hands beneath you. Give it a nice open back bend in your chest. Those of you that would like to go to the full wheel pose, full back bend, be my guest. All you got to do is lower onto your back, bring your hands by your ears, push yourself to your head, push all the way up. I'm going to stay here for now. Good. I want 2 more breaths. Whatever pose you're in, or stay longer if you're in wheel and you want to enjoy it more. Exhale, come on down all the way onto your back, everybody. Take a second on your back. Bring both of your knees in. Let the soles of your feet come together. We're going to do it's called Supta Baddha Konasana, or a little butterfly here. You're going to grab your hands either around your feet, or if you can't go that far, you're going to grab your ankles. And then I want you to try and release your head back to the ground. Sometimes people are tight here and you can't get your head onto the ground. You might want to put a pillow under your head in that case. Pull the big toe edge of your foot towards you as you spread your knees wide. So good. Take one more breath and slowly release. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our feet down on the ground. Have your feet touching one another. Cross your right thigh on top of your left. So at this point, I've crossed my legs. My left foot is on the ground. I'm going to push down into my left foot and shift my hips to the right, just a little bit. Shifted my hips right, and now both knees are going to fall down to the left. If that's too much for you, for instance, I don't like that in my hip today, so I'm going to uncross my legs, and that'll be a little bit gentler. If your worth is determined by the pose that you can do or cannot do, then you're kind of screwed. Because some days you can't do it, some days you can, or it's Some lifetimes you can't do it at all. Don't let that be the determination of your worth. Rather, value your inner wisdom that guides you, that helps you to navigate, that helps you to find balance, that helps you to feel good. Come on back through the center. Put your feet flat down on the ground. Take your left thigh, cross it over your right thigh. Now it's my right foot only that's on the ground. I'm going to push down into the right foot, shift my hips a little bit to the left, and then twist. I'm not going to do that twist. I'm just going to drop both of my knees down. Then we feel good. Come on back through the center, everybody. Now I'm going to encourage you, please stay here for a moment. Don't run off just because it's Shavasana. This is really an incredibly valuable pose. It's like, do you mix all the ingredients together for your cake and then say, all right, that's it? No, you have to put it in the oven and let it rest, let it bake. So let yourself bake here for a moment. Lie down on your back, turn your palms to face up. Soften your jaw, soften your mouth, soften your tongue. Imagine that you're softening your nostrils. Soften your eyeballs in your head. Kind of feel your eyeballs falling back. Feel into your inner ears. Soften your inner ears. Soften your brain. Soften your brow. Soften your scalp. Soften your hair. Slowly start finding our way back into our bodies. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. From there, you're going to find your way up to sitting. Take your time. We're not in a race. You can roll to your side or you can rock back and forth. Just bring yourself up. Feel right into your body. Feel that balance. Feel that space in your mind right now. Feel into the void. You can go any direction from here. Okay? And you can always come back to this place. If you can't do it on your own, I'm here every day of the week. You can do it with me. All right, let's bring our hands together at your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Rub your hands together, make them nice and warm. I just love that you all are here and that we're practicing together. Take your hands over your head and your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.